Hello there, grumpy old fart here. Um, this is a, a little weird video here. I'm talking about the phenomenon known as ghost lights, and they are different than UFOs. UFOs are in the sky, or they land and take off, or whatever. These are ghost lights, and by ghost lights, I'm talking about ghosts, mysterious lights on roads and highways. The first time I heard about this phenomenon was on the kids' animated movie cartoon Cars. Tow Mater, was talking about it's the ghost lights. Well, that's the first time I ever heard of it. I had never heard of it before. I have heard of things like a ghostly car, ghostly ships, things like that, but I'd never heard of the ghost lights. And then I was talking to a friend of mine about it at work, and she mentioned that she had had an experience with ghost lights, and she regaled me with the story of how she was driving over the pass to Trinidad, and there were lights, truck lights, directly behind her, right on her tail the whole way, right on her license plate, on her bumper, the whole way. And she was afraid to stop. She was afraid to turn, whatever. And when you get to Trinidad, those of you who've driven on that road, when you get to Trinidad, there's a bridge. To get to the Walmart, for example, you have to, as you're coming towards the bridge, you take that little exit there and go across the bridge, and it's fairly well lit. Well, when she got there, that truck was gone. The lights just vanished. It didn't turn off. The truck didn't turn off the road. It didn't change, turn around or move over or anything like that. It was like somebody was driving along and they turned the lights off, and then the truck was gone. It wasn't there. So that's what I'm talking about. Ghost lights. I've talked with law enforcement officers who've either seen these ghost lights or have had people tell them of their experiences. In this area, law enforcement officers who work overnight have a lot of weird stories. And we're not talking about UFOs or lights that take off into the air. These are grounded and usually on highways and roads. Okay, this phenomenon is worldwide. It happens all over. The other day, and I say this as in like last week, I was driving down the road going to work. I'm on my way to work. It's dark. I drive up a county road. If you'll watch my video, My Paranormal Experiences, I talk about that stretch of road in there. In that video, I talk about a section where there's trees and it's real dark in there. It's very eerie, very ominous feel to that section of road. Well, beyond that, it kind of crests a hill and goes down and turns, and then there's a little angled section of the road where it turns left about 30 degrees or 45 degrees or whatever, and then it turns back straight and you go up a little hill, and then there's a straight stretch of road there, and it goes for quite a ways until you hit 64. And it's that stretch of road is, I guess, it's just, there's no other roads to that. There's no other crossroads. There's no roads that meet up with it. There's no cutoffs or nothing like that. It's just one section of road. Boom. I was driving that road, and as soon as I crested that hill, lights pulled up behind me, and they followed me, and they were right on my ass. And I shouldn't say lights, because it was only one light. It was either a tall motorcycle on the right, on the right side, right by the white line, or it was a big truck where one of the headlights was out and you can only see the one on the right side. But they stayed on me the whole way, and I had my cruise control set, and I was afraid to take I was afraid to take it off or hit the brakes or whatever, because this guy was so close. I don't know if he could see my brake lights under his, if my car's here and the truck's here, I didn't know if he could see my brake lights off the front of his, in front of his truck, because he was that close. So I'm driving along, and I'm watching him in the rearview mirror. And when you hit 64, it kind of goes down and curves like that. It kind of down and curves like that. You hit 64, and then I turn and go on to work. Well, when I went down like that, I had to watch the road to make my turn, and when I looked up, he was gone. The lights were gone. They were not there. And there's no explanation for that. He didn't, and because when you get down to the bottom, you can see up at the top. It's just that one little section where you don't see behind you. And I could see behind me, there was no lights. So there was no truck, there was no vehicle, there was nothing back there that would have made those lights. It was just blackness. And like I said, it didn't stop, it didn't turn off or park, or it sure as hell didn't fly away. The lights just went out, and it was weird. If you have experienced something like that on the road, put it down in the comments. I'm sure people would like to hear it. That stretch of road is just eerie from start to finish, and I keep my eyes open driving down that road. Not just for the critters that may jump out in front of you, but for other things too. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.